Let me ask you something honest. When your alarm goes off tomorrow morning, what's the first thought that crosses your mind? Is it excitement? Is it, let's go? Or is it, already? Hit snooze, pull the blanket, lay there staring at the ceiling, wondering why you feel like you barely slept at all, even though you were in bed for 8 hours. If that's you, you are not lazy. You are not broken. But I promise you, you are doing something tonight that is quietly destroying the quality of your sleep. And the crazy part? You probably don't even know you're doing it. I've spent years studying sleep science, working with people who thought they were just not morning people, and every single time we found the same patterns, the same small mistakes made between 8 p.m. and midnight that were wrecking everything. So tonight, I'm going to give you the exact evening routine that changes how you wake up, not in a week, tomorrow morning. Stay with me. This is going to be worth it. Here's what nobody tells you about sleep. It's not just about how many hours you get, it's about the quality of those hours. And that quality, it's decided way before you ever close your eyes. Your body has this internal clock. Scientists call it the circadian rhythm, and it's basically running a program in the background every single day. It's waiting for signals that tell it, hey, it's safe to wind down. Hey, we're heading towards sleep. Hey, start producing melatonin. But here's what we do instead. We blast our eyes with blue light from our phones until 11:30 at night. We eat heavy meals right before bed. We scroll through stressful news or argue in comment sections or check our work email one last time, and then we wonder why our brain is still racing when we lie down. Your nervous system doesn't have an off switch, but it does have a dimmer, and tonight you're going to learn how to use it. Okay, step 1, and this one alone can change everything. I call it the 90-minute rule. Whatever time you want to wake up tomorrow, count backwards 90 minutes from your target bedtime, and that's when you start your wind down. Not when you start thinking about sleeping, when you actually start the process. So, if you want to be asleep by 10:30, your wind down begins at 9 p.m. That's your cutoff for screens on full brightness, for intense conversations, for anything that spikes your cortisol. Now I know what you're thinking. I've got stuff to do. I can't just stop at 9. And I hear you. But here's the reframe. You're not stopping your evening. You're changing the gear. You shift from high output mode into recovery mode. And recovery mode is productive. It's just invisible. During this 90-minute window, dim the lights in your home. This is actually huge. Bright overhead lighting tells your brain it's still daytime. But warm, dim light, a lamp, a salt lamp, candles, that starts signaling safety, calm, and the approach of night. Your melatonin will start rising naturally, no supplement needed. Step 2, your bedroom temperature. Most people sleep in rooms that are too warm, and here's why that matters. Your core body temperature has to drop by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit for you to fall into deep sleep. That's just biology. You can't negotiate with it. The sweet spot for most people is somewhere between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have AC or your partner runs hot, take a warm shower or bath 60 to 90 minutes before bed. I know that sounds backwards, but when you step out of a warm shower, your body rapidly releases heat through your skin, and your core temp drops. It's a trick that mimics what your body naturally wants to do. You'll fall asleep faster, you'll stay in deeper sleep longer, and you will feel the difference in the morning. Step 3. This might be the most underrated one. How many times have you laid down to sleep and your brain just wouldn't stop? Tomorrow's meeting, that conversation you had, the thing you forgot to do. It's like the moment you go horizontal, your brain decides now's the perfect time to review every unfinished task in your life. There's a reason for that. Your prefrontal cortex, the planning part of your brain, is trying to process open loops, unfinished thoughts. And if you don't give it a space to do that before bed, it'll hijack your sleep to do it. So here's what you do. Grab a notebook, not your phone, an actual notebook, and spend 5 minutes doing what I call a brain dump. Write down everything that's sitting unfinished in your head. Tasks, worries,
things you need to remember tomorrow, get it all out on paper. Then, and this is the part people skip, write down 3 things that went well today. Doesn't matter how small, just 3. This shifts your nervous system from threat detection mode into gratitude mode. And gratitude, scientifically, is one of the fastest ways to lower cortisol before sleep. 5 minutes, that's all it takes, but it is powerful.
Step 4, and this one might sting a little. Stop eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. I know, the late night snack is real, but here's what happens when you eat close to bedtime. Your body is still in digestion mode when it should be in repair and recovery mode. Your core temperature stays elevated, your insulin is still spiking, and your deep sleep, the most restorative phase, gets cut short. And alcohol. I have to bring up alcohol. A lot of people use a glass of wine to wind down. And yes, alcohol makes you fall asleep faster, but it fragments your sleep in the second half of the night. It suppresses REM sleep, which is where your brain consolidates memory, processes emotions, and restores mental energy. You wake up feeling foggy and flat even after 8 hours. If you're gonna drink, do it earlier in the evening and give your body time to metabolize it. Replace the late drink with something sleep-friendly, chamomile tea, tart cherry juice, which is naturally high in melatonin, warm water with magnesium powder. These don't just feel good, they actually help. Step 5, the final piece of the puzzle, and this one takes less than 4 minutes. Right before you get into bed, do this breathing technique. It's called 4-7-8 breathing, developed by Dr. Andrew Weil, and it directly activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. Here's how it works. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, hold your breath for 7 counts, exhale completely through your mouth for 8 counts. That's 1 cycle. Do 4 of them. The extended exhale is the key. A long exhale sends a direct signal to your vagus nerve that you are safe, that the threat is gone, that it's okay to let go. Your heart rate slows, your muscles release tension, your mind gets quiet. It sounds almost too simple to work. Try it tonight and tell me I'm wrong. So, let's bring it home. Tonight, dim your lights 90 minutes before bed. Cool your room down. Do a 5-minute brain dump in a notebook. Stop eating by 8 p.m. Skip the late-night scroll, and right before you close your eyes, do 4 rounds of 4-7-8 breathing. That's it. That's the whole system. No supplements required, no expensive gadgets, just working with your biology instead of against it. And tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off, I want you to notice something. Notice if getting up feels just a little bit easier. Notice if your head is clearer. Notice if you actually want to get up. Because that feeling, that's what energy's supposed to feel like, and you deserve to feel it every single day. If this helped you, share it with someone who always says they're tired. Sleep well tonight. I'll see you on the other side.